Hi, my name is Rachel Crabtree, and I'm doing Lab 3, the Making Butter and Toast. So I've got my heavy cream here. I'm going to open it, and I'm going to put it in my little jar. And so I'm going to put my lid on and make sure it's on tight so it doesn't get all over me. And I'm just going to start shaking it. Okay, now I'm going to just open the top of my jar to make sure I relieve any pressure that's built up. And then I'm going to put my lid back on. And I'm going to keep shaking. It's now 2 o'clock, and so it's been 20 minutes since I started shaking. And it's gotten like solidified, and so I'm just gonna taste it, and it doesn't really have a distinct taste, but the texture is kind of like a whipped cream type texture, which is funny because it's whipping cream. So yeah, and now I'm gonna start part 2 of the experiment. Okay, I'm shaking it for the second time, and I'm gonna shake until I see the lumps of solid butter and like a thin liquid, and that'll be the buttermilk, and then I will move on from there. So now I've got my solid butter and then the buttermilk, and you can kind of see it from there, and I'm supposed to taste it again. And the buttermilk is definitely tasting more like a buttery flavor. It's kind of got that oily taste to it, and so now I'm fixing to complete the last part of the experiment. So now I'm going to put some cold water in here with the butter, and then I'm going to put my lid back on it and shake it about 5 times. So let me do that, and I'm going to put this over it so it doesn't get everywhere. And then I'm supposed to pour this out until the water that I pour out is clear, so I'm going to start doing that. Do it again, and I'm going to keep repeating this step until I get clear water. Okay, so now I have gotten the water out, and it took me 5 times to rinse it to get it as a clear consistency. And I'm just going to put a little bit of salt in there, like it says. And I'm going to go get a knife to mix it up with. Okay, and now I'm going to taste it again. And it tastes just like salted butter. And so now I'm going to start with the toast portion, so that way I can get my butter and toast. It says just to take a regular piece of bread, so that's what I have here. And the texture of the bread is just kind of like a spongy texture. It's pretty soft. And then it says to rip it in half. So I'm going to rip it in half, and the texture remains the same. And basically this is the same piece of bread because it's a physical change. I just ripped it in half. And so I'm going to run and toast this bread, and then I'll come back and talk about the texture. I toasted my bread, and the texture of the bread has completely changed. As you can see, it's really hard now, and it's got like the marks from the toaster on it. And so this has been a chemical change because you can't reverse it, and it's actually changed it into a new thing, and it's changed its properties. So now I'm taking my butter and I'm putting it on my toast, and I'm just gonna slide it in there. I'm gonna taste it. And it tastes just like toast and butter that you would get at the store. So yay.